today I'm joined on the couch by Dr Neru Leavasa, who is going to be standing in the newly formed Takanini Electorate at the upcoming elections. Maro soifua, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Maro soifua, kia ora talofa.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, Neru.
Okay, I'm Samoan. Parents migrated here in the early 80s. I was born here. Started off in central Auckland, Ponsonby, Greyland, where I guess our Pacific migration happened to be. And then parents moved out in South Auckland. So grew up in Mangere, 30 years there. And and I guess at a young age, wanted to be an All Black, but I guess I got sick in the early ages. I got sick with cancer, and which led me to choose a career in medicine, and then been a South Auckland doctor for 12 years now, and wanted to put my hand up to do things outside of the clinic walls to help with social issues, and I guess here I am today.
So, newly formed electorate for this year, you know, what have been some of the conversations, like, you know, as you've been going around campaigning?
Yeah, so a lot of issues in the new electorate, I guess number one was trying to make sure our community knew that it was a new seat, the new boundary changes in terms of the electorate, and then gathering what issues there were. So 41.9% of the population identify with Asian community, Asian ethnic groups. So a lot of migrants are in the area, so a lot of the immigration issues popped up. And then infrastructure issues, because it's one of the highest population growth rates in New Zealand. It's in that 5% annual growth compared to the New Zealand rate 2.1. So a lot of the issues have been, you know, what's going to happen with the housing stock, better roads. We're talking about Mill Road, Grey South Road, so different issues there. So it's just a matter of gathering them and trying to advocate on those things.
Health, of course, you know, plays such a big part in your life. Talk to me about, you know, priority or priorities for you if you are successful come election day.
So I guess it's trying to use the skills that I do have, 12 years in the health sector, and also more recently on one of the Pacific advisory groups for the COVID-19. And just using those sort of skills, and I guess that's why I got selected for the position as well, is to make sure that I can bring that to caucus if, you know, successful, and make sure that the health sector acknowledges the inequities that exist in the sector, and try to uplift those Māori Pasifika health outcomes to improve on those things. So I think that's number one in terms of bringing those skill set. And then number two is just really making sure that I'm a hard worker, I'm passionate about my community, and then advocating on certain issues such as those things as immigration and infrastructure stuff.
You are a cancer survivor, you know, as a teenager. How did that change your perspective or outlook on life for you?
I take every day as it comes. I guess as a teenager, I had, when the cancer hit, I was playing rugby after a rugby game, thought there was a tiny bump on my left knee, but the bump started getting bigger. So I saw my doctors biopsied and it was cancer. So it was a big shock for my family. And not only that, the cancer did spread to my left lung. So it was multiple years of missing out on school. I was at Auckland Grammar at the time. And I guess my family just thought, look, you know, just do what you're passionate about. It was a poor prognosis from the start. So I guess that gives me a perspective where, you know, life is, you know, is really take it as it comes, and just really blessed to be here. I guess my faith played a huge role during that time, and my family's support. So every day's a bonus for me. So I'm just pretty glad to just be in this journey and just carry out what God's put in front of me.
Nice. I suppose final words from you, and maybe for the, you know, the people of the newly formed Takanini Electorate, if you're successful, you know, what is the sort of promise, or, you know, how you're going to serve the people of Takanini?
And I think that's the word that you've used, Brian, is that about service. And I've committed my life in terms of service for our community. And I guess in this journey, I would say to people, this is with the new electorate, you've got to, you know, for the right time at the right place. I consider myself that right candidate for the time, and I'll be happy to help in terms of the COVID-19 response for the area, and also advocate on the important issues that matter to people.
Dr Neru Leavasa, Labour Party candidate for Takanini Electorate. Thank you so much for your time and all the very best for election day.
Whakatela.